Hello everyone, we are presenting you on the topic React.JS. Now let's see what is React. React, also known as React.js, is an open source JavaScript library used to build front-end user interface or UI components. It is maintained by Facebook and a community of individual developers. Facebook, WhatsApp web client, Netflix, Dropbox all are built by React. Now let's see the uses of React. React is used to create single-page web apps and mobile applications. Mobile applications are created or designed using React Native. Facebook Ads Manager, Airbnb, Instagram are all built using React Native. Commonly concerned with rendering data to DOM, Document Object Model, thus requires additional libraries for state management and routing. Example, Redux and React Router. Now, let's see the features of React. Components. React code is made of entities called components. Components can be rendered to a particular element in the DOM using the React DOM library. When rendering a component, one can pass in values that are known as props. The two primary ways of declaring components in React is via functional components and class-based components. Functional components. Functional components are declared with a function that then returns some JSX. Const greeting equal to in bracket props arrow function div hello comma in braces props dot name and closing the div. Props is a special keyword which stands for passing data from one component to another. Greeting is the name of the function and div is the HTML tag. Now let's see the class-based components. Class-based components are declared using ES6 ECMAScript classes. Class parent component extends React.component in braces state equal to in braces color colon green in single quotes closing the braces render in braces return open bracket child component color equal to in braces this dot state dot color closing the braces closing the bracket and closing the braces. In this example, we have parent component including another component child. The component has to include the extends React.component statement. The statement creates an inheritance to React.component and gives your component access to React.component function. This component requires render method. This method returns HTML. In React component, object should contain an object called state. In this, we define a value or data, then we pass it to child component using props. Virtual DOM. React creates an in-memory data structure CAG, computes the resulting differences, and then updates the browser's displayed DOM efficiently. This process is called reconciliation. This allows the programmer to write code as if the entire page is rendered on each change, while the React libraries only render subcomponents that actually change. This selective rendering provides a major performance boost. It saves the effort of recalculating the CSS tag, layout for the page and rendering for the entire page. Lifecycle methods. Lifecycle methods use a form of hooking range of techniques to altering and augment the behavior of an OS that allows execution of code at set points during a component's lifetime. JSX. JSX or JavaScript XML is an extension to the JavaScript language syntax. React components are typically written using JSX, although They do not have to be. Components may also be written in pure JavaScript. JSX is similar to another extension syntax created by Facebook for PHP called XHP. Here we present an example program for this. Nested elements. Multiple elements on the same level need to be wrapped in a single container element such as div element shown above or returned as an array. Attributes. JSX provides a range of element attributes designed to mirror those provided by HTML. Custom attributes can also be passed to the component. All attributes will be received by the component as props. JavaScript expressions. JavaScript expressions can be used inside JSX with curly brackets. Conditional statements. If-else statements cannot be used inside JSX, but conditional expressions can be used instead. Syntax is that in a braces, expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. Architecture beyond HTML. The basic architecture of React applies beyond rendering HTML in the browser. For example, Facebook has dynamic charts that render to canvas tags, and Netflix and PayPal use universal loading to render identical HTML on both the server and client. React hooks. Hooks are functions that let developers hook into React state and lifecycle features from function components. They make code readable and easily understandable. Hooks don't work inside classes. They let you use React without classes. Built-in hooks. Use state, use context, use reducer, and use effect. Rules of hooks. Hooks should only be called at the top level, not inside loops or if statements. Hooks should only be called from React function components, not normal functions or class components. And finally, custom hooks. Building your own hooks, which are called custom hooks, lets you extract component logic into reusable functions. A custom hook is a JavaScript function whose name starts with use and that may call other hooks